Hey guys, Kyle Alstott here. I am your host of Surreal today. Episode 2. I don't have no one coming on live today. Pretty much just thought I'd relay some information and messages I got today. Um, and I hope to hear from a lot of you as far as coming on here live and chatting with you about what you're seeing from movement and success stories. And don't be scared to come on here. I mean, we're not a professional podcast. We're just sitting here talking about these freaks that we enjoy chasing. But as far as today goes, it was a beautiful fall day. I think the high in central Iowa was 53, had a pressure just over 30. I think Deercast even had it as a great afternoon for movement wise. And I think the majority of people I talked to, they seen a lot of deer. Uh, I would say 90% of them said they seen does and little bucks. Um, Seen a few posts on Facebook of some good harvests here within the Midwest. One of them being Billy C, buck he'd been chasing, had a bunch of history with. He got to wrap his tag around that buck tonight. I actually reached out to him, going to see if we can bring him on the show and chat about that success story. Um, but yeah, just a little chat on what people were seeing quick is right there on the verge of pre-rep. I think this is a huge opportunity to have a really successful hunt. Um, just going to relay back to a little story back in 2014 quick. Um, had a drop time buck, and 2 years previous of 2014, there was like a 3 to 4 day period right around this time. And this buck would work this ridge as far as rubs and scrapes, and it was around noon too. But he'd work this ridge, and it was a 3 to 4 day period every day on trail camera, on one of the trail cameras. And coincidentally, 2014, I go in. This is when we didn't have cellular trail cameras. Go in, check the trail camera. He was on trail camera 2 days previous. Um, Neighbor was hunting him too, and the ridge we hunted obviously was right there on the property line. So got a hold of him. I was like, "Hey, right wind's going to be tomorrow. We go sit. I think we're going to have a huge opportunity to get in this buck." What do you know? We go out the next day. He must have drew the right straw because he had the honor of harvesting that stud of a deer. But it's things like that I'm talking about as far as like my last podcast of knowing your land, using the tools we have nowadays, whether it's cellular trail cameras or trail cameras in general. Being able to scout and use these applications like Onyx and keep track of where we're seeing deer and deer movement and getting our stance in the right positions and learning our lands. I think that's a huge part of being successful, like right at this point of the season, um, and being able to capitalize on that deer that you've been keeping track of. But as far as movement today and what I've gotten from people, there was a couple buddies messaged me. They seen some does and little bucks, and then I had one buddy actually message me and said that he had a couple bucks down the bottom. He threw a few calls at them, and they really weren't responding to him. They kind of just doing their own thing down there. Um, and then I had another buddy message me, and he had sent me a video because right now around this time of year, I mean they're just gonna start hitting them scrapes and rubs hard, harder, I should say. Um, and you know they went from tickling to you might start seeing an all out an all out brawl. And I had a buddy send me a screen recording of his cellular trail cameras, and it was of two studs going at it for 12 minutes. So that was pretty cool to see, and that's why I have said probably several times already, because I like to repeat myself, is we're right there on the verge. And as far as what I've seen on my cellular trail cameras, Um, you know, average does and bucks throughout this afternoon, um, right after sunset. And ever since then, even just a little bit ago, I'm sitting right here at midnight right now talking to you guys, and I have had probably 6 mature deer pop up on camera since then. But yeah, we got some good weather coming up. I think it's going to be a good fall. I think it's going to be a good week for a lot of bow hunters and hunters in general, I guess. But we are right there. I can't wait to hear from you guys. I can't wait to start seeing some more pictures of some studs on the ground. Um, like I said, if you want to get on, we'll get you to download um, the Anchor app, and we can add me as a friend. And that way I can just click on your name and bring you in live and you can chat with me. Or like I said, text me. I'll relay the information like I just did in this podcast. And but yeah, I'd love to hear from you guys. Um, whatever platform you guys are enjoying to listen to your podcasts on, hope you subscribe. I hope that you tune into the next episode. Hopefully, I'll have someone on live next episode tomorrow. And yeah, hope you guys have a great week and good luck out there.